Hey guys, welcome back to the Brad Judge channel and welcome back to Breakdown. The very first episode of the Breakdown back on the Brad Judge channel. Hope you guys missed it and I hope you like it that's back. Let's get right into it. Not sure how much the battery's gonna last on camera, so I want to go ahead and get this out of the way. Um, been kind of away from the wrestling. I mean, I haven't been watching it a lot lately. It's not that it's not exciting, but there's only one storyline that I care about lately, and that's Kevin Owens versus John Cena. Um, I mean, let's be honest. Like, is there really any other storyline that's really worth watching right now? Um, and the one thing that, and since everyone likes that storyline, there's no need to talk about it. We all know it's compelling. That story is just amazing. They're doing a great job with the Owens Cena storyline. But the one thing I want to talk about is Sheamus and Randy Orton. We've seen it a billion times, and it seems like every time I sit down to watch a Monday Night Raw, they're interacting in some way. Really, really, you can't figure out anything else to do with these guys. It's like they finally get Sheamus back, and what they do with him is stick him in the program with Randy Orton. You tried to put him in a program with Randy Orton when they were both faces, or when he was a heel and Sheamus was a face. It didn't work then. What do you think vice versa is going to work? Sometimes it works, people, but not with these two. And it got me on Raw when Randy Orton returned. I never knew he went away, but at some point, um, he shows up. The crowd cheers when he comes out, and then cheers when him and Sheamus are fighting. Maybe I missed something, but is this storyline over now? I mean, is it over with the fans? I mean, are the fans liking them fighting now? I don't understand. I don't get it. Um, I think it just matters where they were. Chicago just likes probably fights. That's probably what it was. Um, but as far as Brock Lesnar, I mean, I did a video and I think it was on Spreaker and some of the stuff. If it didn't transfer and get on to this channel, I will definitely put it on this channel. But I did a thing about Brock Lesnar talking about how good he was for the company, and if it didn't get turned, I'll definitely upload a new one and talk about that. Because I really do think Brock Lesnar is one of the saviors for the WWE um, in the past couple of years. People may think no, but really, I mean, think about it. What other star do they have, like besides John Cena, that's an older star that has really been pushed to the limit and help the company? You know, either one, people get injured. You know, Randy Orton's been injured a bunch of times. Sheamus has been hurt a couple times. You know, it's nobody really has been able to step up to the plate. And Brock Lesnar comes back and kind of helps save the day, so to speak. Um, and I know some people will say, "Well, Punk was there; and they didn't want to do anything with him." Well, they did do something with him, and all this resentment toward Punk, people just need to get over it. And I think people have moved on for the most part now because of NXT and everything. That they know that there's a lot of stars that are you know uh, coming up. So I'm really excited for that, and hopefully everyone else is too. And I think in general, the WWE is getting better. And I think sometimes I watch off the rope show, OTR Central, whatever you want to call it. And I love Show Like That 80 Death, and I love all some of these other wrestling shows, but I really don't watch any other wrestling show because everybody bitches and complains. The only show I watch is OTR Central, and the only reason I watch that channel, is because of the questions, and I want to see his responses because it gives me ideas to talk about pro wrestling. Because basically, he is the only guy that I think takes things serious, and he'll do videos that people want. He'll talk about questions that people really care about, and you kind of see what people want to know. So I do watch it to see what you guys are really caring about. So if you're watching this video and you watch OTR Central, then you know why. I kind of steal some ideas from there to know what to talk about on this channel, because I know he does have a lot of people that watch his channel. So I'm not trying to piggyback off him or anything like that. But do I respect OTR Central? Yeah, I respect them. Have I said things in the past about them that I didn't like their show? Yes, I have. Things they've done I don't agree with. They had a great channel before that. They deleted all their videos. I don't know why the hell. But that's beside the point. The whole point of this is Pro wrestling is getting better, and if you can't see that, then you're blind as a bat. Um, go back 10 years ago and tell me the product was better than it is today. I mean, it's worse than what it was. So than it is now. Um, but I will tell you, it's getting better. You can see the progression of where they were then and where they are now. Yes, some stars were there. Maybe they had some great matches, and maybe not really 10 years ago, but you know what I'm saying. Like, a while back, it wasn't the best. So, you know, it's getting better, and I think if you don't see that, then that's a problem. Um, but in general, what's going on? Divas Division tragedy. It's done until they bring Divas up. It's not gonna be anything. I've heard some rumors, and I'm not gonna bring up rumors and stuff a lot, but because I like to speculate, I like to say, hey, this is what I would do, and I think people enjoy that. But there's a lot of rumors that they're gonna bring, a lot of women up at once to kind of help Paige, and I think that would be a good storyline. And some people said Sasha Banks shouldn't be brought up as a babyface. But if you think about it, every wrestler deserves an opportunity to come up, show what they can do on both sides of the fence. They did it before where they brought people in as babyface. They thought they were going to be babyface, and then they didn't. I think originally Randy Orton was supposed to be babyface, but they seen people booing him, so they made him a heel when he first came in. And that's not. I'm not really sure if that's what they were trying to do, but to me, they were kind of putting him over as a babyface when I first called him the first couple times, and then people were booing him, so then they brought him in as a heel. I could be wrong on that. That's probably wrong, but to me, that's what it was like. He looked like a babyface when they first, started putting him on there. But every wrestler has an opportunity to do both. You know, the super great wrestlers can be good on both sides of the fence. Let's talk about like Hogan, Ric Flair, Macho Man, um, Bret Hart, Stone Cold. These guys can be great on both sides of the fence. The Rock, um, even Mick Foley. He did great stuff when he was Mankind. His work in WCW when he was Cactus Jack. That stuff. Like I said, to be good on both sides of the fence just makes your character that much better. What was Sheamus? I give Sheamus all the credit in the world because he's one of the guys now that I think that one of the most recent ones that I think that can go on both sides of the fence. Now there are some things that that is there some things he could fix as a babyface? Oh hell yeah, you know I definitely liked it, but the whole smiling part all the time when he was a face was just ridiculous. He can be a badass and be a face. And him going back to the heel was the best thing they could have done with this character. Him winning Money in the Bank, I kind of saw it coming. I did see it coming. I'm one of the actual ones that thought he was going to win it. I didn't get. I don't think I put the prediction video up, but I really did think he was going to win it. I thought it was either going to be him or somebody. I even had the random thought that if they put Lesnar in there, it would have been a great idea too. Um, but in general, I had no problem with Sheamus. I think it'll be great, and I think when it happens, it's going to be incredible. I mean, who knows what they're going to do with him? I mean, I'm kind of excited when it happens, but it'll be farther down the road. Right now, Rusev and Dolph Ziggler. I got to talk about this. Wow. Um, in my opinion, this is probably going to be one of those feuds that people probably didn't think it was going to be anything at all. People probably wrote it off and didn't think it was going to be anything. To me, when I watched this segment, it was kind of like a classic. If everybody remembered when Triple H and Owen Hart had that little piff, I think it was about the European Championship or the Intercontinental. I think it was the Intercontinental Championship, where I think Triple H got his leg broken, and then he screwed over Owen during that process, in the middle of having his leg broken, and I think it's when he came back and his leg was healed. I think it was something like that. Or it could have just been when he was injured and just beat the shit out of Owen with crutches. But I remember there being an angle like that, and it kind of reminded me of what happened on Raw this past week, and it really got me thinking. I'm like, this is going to be a good storyline. Like, if they don't mess up with the storyline, it's going to be really, really good. And it can make everybody, all parties involved, look really great. Lana could come out of here looking like $1 million, and Summer Rae could actually come out of here as actually actually something good. So, let's hope, fingers are crossed, that they don't fuck it up. Well, let's hope they don't mess it up. Um, sorry about the language. Um, but yeah, I love professional wrestling, and getting away from WWE for a little bit, TNA is horrible. I'm not going to talk about it. I don't need to. It's horrible. But to talk about GWF being stupid that they're working with TNA, I mean, what's it going to hurt? Really, what's it going to hurt? Um, they're already flushing themselves down the toilet. So anything they can do to try and save their company, and people may say, well, what's it doing for TNA? It gets people to watch their product. And if people don't think GWF is popular, all you have to do is go online, see how many views they're getting, um, see the people that are looking into it. They're popular. They're getting some traction. GWF is, and to talk about a company that is just now talking about who they're having in the company and what's going to happen, and you're slowly learning about it. And I don't see everybody's bitching about it. I don't understand that because it's something fresh, something new. It's a new company. It's it's Jeff Jarrett, and when he started TNA, everybody loved the company. So I don't understand, but people will bitch about what they want to bitch about, and people want to be haters. Um, so I'm excited for it. I'm kind of waiting to see what GWF is going to be all about. Do I think TNA still has some life in it? Yeah, it still has some life in it. I mean, we'll see what happens, but will I watch it? No, I'm not going to watch it. I'll wait till it gets better because I tried to watch it a couple times and just it's boring. And one of the things that I kind of got pushed off on is that I love women wrestling, okay, but the last time I watched it, they had like two matches within 30 minutes that were women wrestling, and I like women wrestling, but I'm not a huge fan of it. And you know, am I a big wrestling fan? Yeah, but you gotta have some flair to it. And no pun intended. You gotta have something to it, and you gotta have some kind of entertainment factor. And people may bitch about sports entertainment, but there's always been that factor. Whether Jim Cornette talked about this bullshit about pro wrestling being dead, I think it was like a year ago on YouTube, but it's not dead. It's just changed. It's changed. Um, can you sit in a hold for 10 minutes on the mat and people be entertained by that? No. Can people do flippity flop spots and everybody be entertained? No. You're going to have a segment of the audience, and it's always been this way. Some people were WCW fans, some people were WWE fans, and WCW went away. People started going to the independents, or they stopped watching wrestling. That's basically what happened. TNA came around. A lot of people started watching TNA that used to watch WCW because that was their product. Some people got pissed off when that went away, and they started watching when it started getting bad, and then they started watching, I think, Daniel Bryan and CM Punk, and they kind of got sucked into WWE a little bit. And now NXT's here, so now a lot of people probably have stopped watching TNA, started watching NXT a lot. So, like I said, the product is always going to continue to change, and people can get pissed off about things, but you just got to realize, the sport is going to always change. Think about all the eras that we have. I mean, I don't know what the hell the name is for the past 10 years, but I'm not going to call it the reality era, trust me. It's, I don't know, the try to get out of the shit phase, that's what I would call it. But, it's not as bad as what people think. So, for everybody out there that wants to bitch and complain, I don't think it's that bad. I don't think it's that bad at all. Um, I'm not going to talk about ROH, really, because I haven't followed them. I do know now that they are on Destination America, which I totally spaced and haven't watched it in the past couple weeks. Um, in the first couple of showings on TV, so I'm gonna have to check that out probably this week. I would never do reviews on wrestling because it's kind of pointless. Everybody does them. Um, I have noticed that some people have stopped doing them, but that's another topic for another time. But I did want to do this breakdown, just kind of tell you all my thoughts about what's going on, storyline wise, everything like that. Brock Lesnar storyline with Seth Rollins, pretty entertaining. Um, am I surprised by it? Yeah, I'm probably kind of surprised by it because I kind of thought it was going to be boring, and I kind of thought like, well, how they gonna pull this off? But they did pretty good. They're doing pretty good. The whole revenge thing, and Seth Rollins is continuing to tick off, Brock Lesnar every single week. It works pretty good. Um, but yeah, other than that, I think wrestling's doing pretty good. Um, I'm just not into it. I guess it's not their fault. It's just my fault. I just have a limited amount of time, limited things I'm going to do, like recording this video. Um, I could be watching SmackDown from last week or something. And that's something that SmackDown I can't watch. I'd probably rather watch Raw, and I'll probably never talk about SmackDown. It hasn't changed. It never probably will. That the show is just garbage. Every once in a while there'll be something that they'll talk about on Raw, and it's like nobody watches that. And it's really funny because like the whole entire Raw they'll reference like maybe two things from SmackDown that happened, and if they do reference something, it's from like the New Day or Bo Dallas. And it's like, why do we care about these guys? You have not given us any reason to give a shit about these guys. You know, one thing I do want to say before I leave, if anybody watches this video and you get to the end, to let me know you got through all the way to the end. Let me know if you missed the backstage segments slash skits, because that's one thing I miss. Not even like skits, like interviews, because they don't do them very often. Even if it's something stupid where, what's his name, Titus O'Neil, like doing something with, one of the Lucha Dragons, and it's just something funny to crack jokes or something like that. There's things they could do. An NXT guy stops by and makes a funny comment, or maybe I don't even know how like maybe Bull from NXT stops by and like attacks Zack Ryder backstage and has a street fight backstage or something like that. There's something like really small like that you can do that there's things missing. I don't know. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I didn't really want to go over 15 minutes. I was trying to keep it low, but um, I did want to record this video and get it out there. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and see you next time on Breakdown. And like I said, videos are coming. Keep watching. Keep rocking. Later.